It is Sportswrap Overtime, another edition of the show, and we are brought to you by HII, built in America for America. Here we go. Look, we have the usual cast of characters, plus one, Tamara Brown, our Wavy Plus host. You can catch her on a multitude of shows. Brian Parsons, Craig Loper, Jeff Snyder here. Happy Tuesday, everyone. What are we at? November 18th, 2025.
Almost over.
Recording. November's almost over.
No, the year is almost over.
Oh, the year in general, yeah.
2025 is rapidly coming to an
The
end.
best month is coming up very
December?
soon.
You like that your
Her
favorite?
birthday, she told me yesterday, is Christmas.
Your birthday's Christmas, mine's
is.
New Year's Eve.
Oh,
So
sure.
we're
Oh,
party.
okay.
That.
Double dipping.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of holiday stuff popping up here and there, and just holiday cheer.
Yeah.
So
Is that a good thing, though? I mean, do you get? I think
I
you
do
might.
really- oh,
I feel like
dude.
you're going to get gypped. You
I
know?
don't get gypped.
You don't, or you do?
Oh, your parents love you. Though.
I mean, did
I am the first child, so
I said the same thing. yesterday. I literally asked the
so
favorite
you
child.
get Santa.
See,
and
I'm the favorite child. So they
birthday
do.
gifts.
They
First
do.
child is
so
not
in the
always the
morning. Yeah, they are.
No,
First child was
no,
supposed to
they
get the
aren't.
brunt of
Yeah,
the
yeah, the young,
punishment and stuff.
the
Sorry,
youngest
sucks
is
to suck.
the spoiled one.
But
Yeah.
so I get in the morning, we all celebrate Christmas, especially like growing up. They made it very clear because like when you're young and have younger siblings, they're confused why you have so many presents. So in the
yeah.
morning, we all open Christmas gifts, and then they let me open birthday gifts like later in the day.
By yourself.
See, there you go.
No
They had a
cake
room.
and stuff.
That's
so
a
then
good system.
Yeah.
it's spread out.
not how that worked for me.
Yeah.
My sister's birthday's in April. She got a lot more stuff for her birthday than I ever did for mine. So
Yeah, but yours is on New Year's Day.
I know. Well, now it's cool when as an adult. When you're a kid, it kind of sucks.
Okay, I got it.
Interesting
Sorry.
Christmas, though.
Yeah. Speaking of Christmas presents,
Oh, my
you might
goodness.
be asking, why is Tamara on Sportswrap
Christmas
OT?
came early.
Christmas came early for her Virginia Tech Hokies. As we found out on Monday afternoon that Virginia Tech is hiring, I almost said Brent Pry. That would be terrible. James Franklin. James Franklin.
James
The
Franklin.
fired Penn State coach is going to be a new man leading the Hokies program. Wow. Talk about the bombshell that went off in the news cycle yesterday in sports.
Absolute slam dunk hire.
Oh,
Out of
Can
the
I
park.
just say that I called this and said I will
You
be
did say it.
back.
You
You
did
did.
say it. That's
I
why
said
you're here.
I will be back. That's why I'm here.
You said you wanted Shane Beamer.
Okay,
and then
no.
then when
no. On the show, what
and
did I
then
say?
this reports of
Oh,
Shane
yeah, on
Beamer
the show you
maybe
guys
being fired, you texted me and said there is hope.
There's hope. Okay, but I said what was that, like maybe 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That I said I was going to be back when we hire a coach.
And
it happened.
Okay,
Oh, a coach. Got it. That's what you said.
this
But I was in between those two.
Tamara, this is a very credentialed coach.
Okay.
You must be very happy with this hire. This is a guy that a couple of weeks ago was coaching the third-ranked team in the country.
Yep. Yep.
Who played in the national semifinal a year ago.
Yep.
This is unbelievable.
I am very happy. I feel like since Beamer, we've had very mediocre coaches who've had quote potential, in whether it be Fuente coming from Memphis or Brent Pry. And it's just like, for me personally, we needed a qualified coach. You see our fans showing up when we're terrible, winning 2-3 games. The
crazy.
stadium is still packed. Students are
65,000
staying
people still there,
until
yep.
the end of the game. Like, if they're doing that with no coach, an interim head coach right now, they're doing that when we're not winning games and we look absolutely horrible. Imagine what would happen if we have a qualified coach. So now a hire like this had me yesterday going like, I need season tickets.
Oh my
I need
goodness.
season tickets. I need to be at every single game.
And here he
That's with
is.
me.
Do you
For
realize?
context, Tamara went to Virginia Tech.
Oh, I forgot to mention
and,
that.
and she worked with the athletic department, and I guess when you were there, Frank was the coach, right?
Yeah.
So that was pre-Justin
So I was
Fuente.
so spoiled.
Oh, my
So spoiled.
goodness.
Like
Yeah.
at most we would lose to Jameis Winston in Florida State. Deshaun Watson was at Clemson. So like
It's okay.
we were going to lose those. But
Mostly beating everybody else.
yeah, mostly beating everybody else.
Well, I
And
think-
so those were pretty much our only
Look
two.
what's happening here. So this is at the SB Ballard Stadium the other night. It's Ricky Ronnie and James Franklin. And you know what James Franklin is saying to Ricky Ronnie there? He's saying, I really like your defensive coordinator, Blake Seiler. You know, I could probably double his salary. You know, that quarterback looks pretty good. You know, he could look good in maroon.
That's another reason why I'm happy we got it out of the way. Because one, were there 9 coaching jobs open right now, which is
Something I
I'm sure
lost
they're going to
track.
continue to be more as the season goes on. I don't know if Shane Beamer is safe after what happened last weekend. Who
I
knows?
don't think he is.
Apparently, right before we got on the show, he was saying 2026.
Six is we're going to be in the playoffs. Yeah.
I'm like, are you going to even be the coach? But that's
Right.
another story for another day.
Right.
I like the hire because now we can get a head start, hopefully, in the transfer portal, recruiting. Like, we're not going to be behind the 8 ball. So I'm excited.
And he's probably going to do something that Justin Fuente definitely did not do. And Brent Pry tried, but he wasn't getting the top recruits from the 757.
Yeah.
James Franklin has proven that he can get the top players from 757.
Yeah.
And one of the big things is James Franklin is not going to take this job unless he knows that Virginia Tech is committed to financially securing this program.
Yeah.
And they have $229 million over the next 4 years committed to the program, to facilities, coaching salaries, so he can pay Blake Seiler from Old Dominion,
to be clear,
more than $1 million.
So I'm
and the players.
That 230 million is for the whole athletic department as a whole.
Yeah, and
then whatever 100 million to football or whatever the number is.
I don't know how they're going to disperse
But okay, just want to make sure.
But I'm sure the lion's share is going to go to football.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, since Penn State has to pay him anyway.
No, they don't.
9 million.
Not as much as you think.
Well, here's what I'm going to say: that whatever offsets, right, is what they have to pay.
Yes.
So
they came to an agreement.
In theory, but there's also goodwill.
Sure, but he could also take less money from Virginia.
They're
Tech,
not going to. Virginia Tech's not going to pay him $1 million a year.
No,
Right.
They can make Penn State.
Yeah,
That'd be dirty.
Maybe he's getting a little less money so he can get more invested.
I don't know. I don't know how they go. We don't know the negotiations
we don't know
on
what the
that.
deal is yet.
But one thing we do know is that the ACC is a lot easier to win than the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
it
that
is.
was my reasons for wanting to take Shane. Where everyone's like, why would Shane want to go to the ACC? I was like, because he can win there.
Yeah, right.
Because he could actually have a path to the CFP, because you could make it into the ACC championship game and then make it into CFP.
And James Franklin, and James Franklin has that has this pedigree. He took Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, when he took over Vanderbilt, had one winning season in the previous 25 years he was there.
Wow.
And one end of year national ranking in the history of the program.
Yeah.
He had back to back top 25 finishes.
Yep.
And
9-3 one year?
back to back 9-win seasons.
And at Penn State, he brought them back from sanction hell.
Yep.
So Virginia Tech,
it did. He went when Bill O'Brien kind of had them in the 7 to 8 wins. He elevated them to the 10 to 11 wins.
Yeah. So Bill O'Brien was still dealing with scholarship restrictions. James Franklin caught the tail end of that too. But then, his thing was really just, putting all burying all that history, so to speak, in a certain way and taking the program to the next level of exposure and just winning and recruiting.
James Franklin has 4 major bowl wins at Penn State. There's 2 Fiestas, a Rose, and a Cotton. Virginia Tech in its entire history only has 3 big bowl wins.
Thank you.
Wow.
Should be 4.
2 sugars and an orange.
Should be 4.
1999.
It should be an extra Michigan. Should be an extra sugar.
That sugar one.
When they overturned the call
I
remember what
still
sugar-
believe.
against Michigan, the tight end.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
still believe he caught that. I'm
They
sorry.
overturned it.
I'm sorry.
They called it a
Got it.
touchdown and then said it wasn't. It's usually the other way around. That was a.
I still believe he caught it. And that should be another one.
I agree.
I was in school at that point, and that was terrible.
So we talked to Colby Crawford from 247 out in Blacksburg, he's a student there, but he's all over the program. I don't know if you crossed past with him in your time.
I saw
up there.
James watching it yesterday.
Yeah. So Colby's a good guy. He's a 757 kid.
Plugged in.
Plugged in with all things. All the recruits know him. They're all hitting him up. All the parents of the recruits hitting him up about all everything. So he was talking about James Franklin at some point in the last month and a half has been to Blacksburg 3 times, like quote unquote looking for houses. So, I'm not the type to track private jets like the internet sleuths out there, but I guess if you could have connected the dots very easily on this. And what I did find funny real quick here, the national headline was like, what did Pete Thamel report on Sunday or Saturday was like, early discussions.
Yeah.
And then it was like the deal was done the next day. Like the smoke they feed like the national reporter to put out the headline is hilarious to say they're in early talks and the deal's like basically done.
Weren't there rumors about this like pretty much like he said like weeks ago we were starting to see it?
Yeah, like at least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So Colby, that's what he was kind of saying.
Yeah.
He's like, the first smoke was people found out James Franklin was in Blacksburg looking for houses. So like
He's going to clean up the 757. I'm telling you, folks, he is going to clean it up.
Who are you going to get for quarterback? That's like to me most important.
But who's out there?
Yeah.
I think you have to wait till the end of the season because so many people are going to answer the
transfer.
portal.
Colton Joseph, he just had a front row seat to see what he did Thursday night against Georgia. Who did they beat? Troy.
Yeah.
Troy.
What's Drew Hour's deal? Is she done?
I
I don't
preferably
think he wants
want someone really established
fired.
and like playing in a good conference.
Are you talking about a quarterback?
The problem is that could be tough.
You could
Well,
get the
You never know.
I think your best bet is to get a guy at the group of 4 level, and because you're not going to get a high school guy.
No, I don't want one. I don't want
you
one
want a
of
guy
those.
like Colton Joseph that's proven what he can do. He just
beaten
he
Virginia
beat
Tech.
Virginia Tech by 4 touchdowns.
Okay, we're not talking about that. That was under a different coaching staff.
No, I mean, when it comes down to it,
It was.
when it comes down to it, it's a great hire. Like I'm on board with you, Tamara. It's like you needed to get a qualified coach. You couldn't go get one of these coordinator types from whatever big brand school that's just, put together a good offense or defense with great athletes. Like you needed someone that is a culture builder, is a great recruiter, who can hire the right people, put them in the right place, that has a track record. I mean, only people he did not beat in the Big Ten were Ohio State and Michigan. No fault in that. You went 10-2 most years.
4-21 against top 10 teams.
And that was his Achilles heel. For some reason, they got in those top 10 games and they would consistently lose on the big stage. The Penn State fans got fed up with it.
That kind of sounds familiar.
Who's that?
Kind of sounds like the place he's going.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Okay, but you're not.
Virginia Tech
but
6-20 against top 10 opponents.
Yeah.
They're not playing that right now. Like if you look at their schedule, like coming up, Clemson's not what it was anymore.
No.
Like they
No.
used to be in the top 10. They're not in the
5.
top 10.
Top 5.
I mean, of course,
Top
now
1.
you have Georgia Tech, who's surprisingly good, but I don't know if they're going to be the same next year.
Agreed.
Questionable.
Yeah, agreed.
Florida State used to always be in the top 10-ish.
Oh,
I don't know
they're not
what's
there
going on with
anymore.
them. I don't even know if they're keeping their coach.
Nobody knows.
Who knows?
There. Yeah.
It's there for the picking.
Yeah.
It is.
So he's not going to have to play that many top 10 people this
No,
coming season.
no, this
However,
is
I
a
do need
perfect
you to
hire.
beat. I'm looking at the schedule. I do need you to beat James Madison. I will go crazy if on September 26, 2026.
ODU and JMU next year.
oh.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought they removed them.
No, ODU.
Yeah,
ODU no, they
certain
removed
years.
One more time.
They only removed the games in Norfolk.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
You're
Okay.
too scared
Well,
every other year.
They still got to go there.
ODU, that needs to be a win, but James Madison, too, on the 26th,
Yeah.
it's got to be a done deal.
Hokies
I might
only
actually
one
pull for JMU that
only
day.
No.
only one 10-win season since Frank retired. So 2016, would they go to? I wonder what bowl game they went to that year. Do you guys remember?
Oh,
Oh,
Fuente.
what was it?
I don't remember. They go to the Orange Bowl.
No, 2016 was Fuente's year.
Yeah, I think
They went to the ACC championship. I was there in Charlotte.
Oh, okay. They did go. All right.
Against
yeah.
Clemson.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've kind of, talked smack about Franklin more from a PR at the podium type, guy. Some of the, if you look at some of his old Penn State press conferences, are kind of cringy to some of the things, but he's a great qualified.
And the media in Blacksburg is not going to be this as intense as it was in
No.
at Penn State.
No,
The cold is way crazier than Blacksburg. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
no, but it's honestly, it's a great hire. I mean, everyone seems like there's no one saying this is a terrible fit. My only one fear with this, admittedly, was like I had told you, and I think Brian too. I was like, man, I get it. It makes sense. You got to do it, but like the Penn State tree has not been nice to you because I'm thinking about all the current assistants at Virginia Tech who are under Brent Pry, right? Well, a lot of them just came from Penn State under James Franklin 4 years ago. So it's like he knows how are you cleaning like the tree of Penn State coaches? Do you keep most of them? Do you replenish them? It's like it's an optics thing.
I mean,
more so
Pry
than
was
anyone.
his defensive coordinator.
I get it.
I mean,
right. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
It was a
Like,
bad hire anyway.
Yeah. It was just an
kind of-
optics thing.
It kind of reminds me of, I'm like blanking on his name, which is really bad. Josh McDaniel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From Patriots?
Yeah, not being a good head coach.
Yeah.
Great coordinator.
Great coordinator, not a good head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, good
So
example.
I think that's a good example
He's
of
back as the Patriots OC. They're
yeah,
dominating.
and I think he
Yep.
is really good at that.
It's a real thing.
and that's fine. I think not everyone is meant to be a head coach. I think
Yep.
people think like your trajectory is always like assistant coach
Yep.
and then DC or OC and then head coach, but like what? Maybe you're just a good DC.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
That's-
you're just
yeah.
a good OC.
Very fair.
Maybe that's Brent Pry's case. Maybe he's just a good DC.
Bring him back.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think I was thinking about that, and I think the James Franklin is like, okay, like people are like, maybe he'll bring Ricky Roney to be Ricky Roney's a head coach now.
Yeah. Mhm.
And James Franklin is probably like, look, I've done what I can with him.
Yep.
He's left the nest.
Right.
Brent Pry's left the nest, so now
Right.
he's going to find the next young
Yeah.
up and coming guys that are going to
I
lead
need
his
him to
offense and
find
defense.
another Bud Foster. I don't know where you're going to find it, but you need
They're
to
out
find
there.
it.
He had a front row seat Thursday night.
Yeah.
Blake
Brian's
Seiler.
You
Brian's
think
going to
he's
hammer
my
this
next
plane.
Bud Foster?
Blake Seiler's really good. Their
Okay.
defense, ODU defensive.
Oh, they were
They shut out
unbelievable.
Troy. They
shut out 9 sacks.
And they should have
schemed up,
shut out
man.
Louisiana Monroe, and they should have shut out Liberty. They should have shut out Coastal Carolina.
You know what's impressive is the production you can get when the scheme is married to like for example, right? ODU doesn't have 5-star athletes out there, but they're producing at an elite level. That's a sign of a good coach. It's like when you're getting that level of production out of guys that are considered like what average, is there any NFL football players on ODU's defense? Probably not. But
I don't know about that.
okay, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying is like I'm in the top tier first, second round talent type.
I mean,
right?
yeah, it's like Trey Hawkins and O'Shane Zimenez. They were like
Right.
third, fourth round draft picks.
Right.
You know?
No, I'm saying currently, not 7 years ago.
No,
Currently.
Trey Hawkins was 2 years ago.
Okay.
O'Shane's, I don't.
That is true. That is true.
I do think there could possibly be an NFL player on there.
There could be one or two, but the coaching, I'm saying he's getting elite level production out of guys that are mostly college football players. You know what I'm saying? And that's a
I hate
great
to do
sign.
this comparison again, but it's kind of like Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. Like, they don't have on their defense, they don't have stars. Like, they have like the number, like they have
Christian Gonzalez is a star.
Gonzalez, and that's it.
That's about
Like,
it.
who else is there?
I don't know. Keon White from
He's gone.
he
gone.
traded him. They traded him.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep, I always forget
He
that.
wasn't really playing. So, like, because that was a Bill pick.
That's right.
And that really fit more of like Bill's type
Yeah.
of defense.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Good team
like
defense.
Mike Parsons. There's no like none of that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the Patriots
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't.
And so,
I
but
can't
I
think of one.
He has taken what he has.
O'Shane
and
Zimenez
made it
was on that team.
Devon
I think he got cut.
Gotchaw's still
He's
on
not
the
there.
team?
He's on the
Gotchaw's
Saints.
gone? Okay.
Yeah, like everyone's gone. It's literally
That's the
Christian
last
Gonzalez.
person I know. Yeah.
So
Jabril Peppers is gone.
he's gone to the Steelers.
Jabril Peppers.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah.
But he's taken.
No, it's a culture thing.
Hey, before we get to the break and our next topic, I do want to talk about the Lane Kiffin situation.
Yeah.
And how
Oh,
fascinating
God.
this is. I mean, he's got the
There's a lot of
world.
he said, she said going on right now.
He's got the world at Ole Miss. At what point? Why would Florida or LSU be better than what you have now?
I think he's going to stay. I think it's all. I think Lane is. Just,
I think both
He
of
does
their
this every
pockets are
time.
bigger.
I think. Yeah. I mean, that would
I
be
think their pockets are deeper than Ole Miss, personally.
for sure.
But where are those?
And also, living in Florida is better than living in Mississippi. I'm sorry.
That's
Well,
Gainesville. It's not like it's
still
Miami.
Florida.
Yeah,
Listen
but so
to-
is
No
Jacksonville.
income tax. Does Mississippi have income tax?
Yes, Mississippi has income tax.
Florida doesn't.
Yes. No, it's. He
more
was on
money.
McAfee today.
Why is every episode of Cops? Why was it always in Florida?
Florida man, Florida woman. That's all the headlines.
It's to put it into perspective, talking about like support and resources. I still follow a lot of Louisiana people who are locked into this, and one of the radio guys down there did a great segment on it. He goes, so last week, Ole Miss played Florida in Oxford. They had their biggest crowd in school history, which was like 68,000 people. Okay, 68,000. Place was rocking. It was nuts. LSU played Arkansas in a meaningful BS nobody cares game, and they had 105,000 people in the stadium.
But that's
for the
also
game.
that's the capacity of Ole Miss Stadium, though.
No,
I mean,
of course. It's just funny. It's like the level of just it feels bigger is what he was getting
It
at. And
is.
so, but I don't think he's leaving. It's all Lane loves the attention. He loves the headlines. He likes his guys getting attention, and he's using this as leverage to get. Hey, we need to build a new practice facility. Like, we need 50 million, Ole Miss people. Like, get Morgan Freeman to donate. Morgan Freeman's at all the Ole Miss games. He lives in Oxford, Mississippi. You guys didn't know that?
I did not know
Get
that.
Morgan
Random.
Freeman. Go get Morgan Freeman to donate some millions to that program.
I just think
can
it's
see-
weird. Did you see the stuff that's floating around about like they're apparently giving him an ultimatum?
Yeah,
to decide?
and the wife
he
and
said
the-
it's not true.
Yes.
But I'm like,
he said that on McAfee today. It's not true. Yeah, the wife and they did say his wife
Or ex-wife or wife or whatever.
They've reconciled. Was in Gainesville and in Baton Rouge back-to-back days. It is Ole Miss's bye week, so Jimmy Sexton is his agent.
okay, then that's
We know what that is,
Right.
That's just you're doing you're making Ole Miss think, hey man, look, I'm out there.
Yeah.
I can see I can see Lane going to the NFL too.
yeah.
Man.
He's a young guy.
I also
love
think
to see that.
LSU
Young guy.
needs a good like culture fit, like not someone who's going to pretend to be Southern like Brian Kelly. I need them to be similar to
y'all.
Coach O, but more professional.
I think
but like that type of fit, like Coach O.
I think Lane, why LSU people would like Lane is because he'll say what's on his mind. He don't care, and he's good. He's a good schemer, but he's also good at the mic. He's good in presentation. He's not bashful, or he's just not scared to be who he is. They want someone. Brian Kelly was almost like too buttoned up and fake for LSU. Like, you need a raw guy, but also a great coach.
Yeah, they'll sniff through that phoniness.
They'll snip through that phone.
Yeah,
Yes, man.
I thought Brian Kelly was like the perfect Notre Dame fit.
Correct. Me
Like
too.
he fit that.
I think we're going to see more NFL and college coaches kind of switching spots. Coaches going from college to the NFL and back and forth more so than normal. Just
Do you think
with this
someone's
current
going to
state
get
of
Brian?
affairs.
Do you think someone's going to want him?
Brian Kelly? That's a great
Would he be good on TV?
I mean,
Probably.
I was doing some deep digging, and it looks like UCLA's after Bob Chesney. some more
Really?
coaching news. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone forgets UCLA is kind of open. It's just so kind of like the program.
Yeah,
is just in a terrible
but don't
spot.
you feel like
It's still
there's
a Big
some
Ten
sort of
program.
potential there? Yeah.
I would love to know who they're going to hire. That'd be great.
Who, UCLA?
Yeah, like it's an
I just-
interesting spot
their
to be
students don't care. Have
It's
you
a
ever
tough-
seen that stadium packed?
It's 100,000. It's
Yeah,
too
No,
big.
and
in.
also
Isn't there rumors they're
There's
going to sci-fi? Isn't or SoFi? SoFi? Isn't that official?
I don't think it's
Oh.
official.
Oh, I thought that was
there's
official.
lawsuits and things going on and all that.
I'm not plugged into the LA news.
Well, there's
Yeah.
8 coaching openings now. I'm wondering if,
it's so many.
like, do you think one of those will get Brian Kelly?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think a UCLA or a
I think he could be a good fit there. That's a good one.
Oklahoma.
Penn State do it. Like I don't know. no chance.
No.
'Cause it's
Oklahoma State. No.
No, you don't think? Oklahoma?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, maybe he'll
And
take a year off. He'll probably take
they'll
a year
sniff
off.
out the phoniness there at Oklahoma State. You know,
Fair.
Yeah, that's true.
fair.
That's true.
UCLA. I think
I think UCLA is a good fit.
he could.
That's
fit.
a good one.
I do. I think so.
Yeah, who knows?
You're in the Big Ten. You're in LA.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's pressure obviously for everyone to win, but I feel like it's a different pressure than like a Penn State
Oh,
or
for
like
sure.
an LSU.
Heck, 'cause
or
UCLA is a
Florida.
basketball school, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say so?
Like, they just
Wouldn't we
want-
call that a basketball
Oh,
school?
absolutely.
I feel like similar to Virginia Tech in some ways, like UCLA just wants to like,
They want to win 7 games a year.
yeah, not
8
suck.
games a year.
They
8
want to
games a
not
year would be
suck.
great.
I just really can't believe that the coach that was in the national
It is
semifinal,
crazy. Yeah.
and we're in November the following season with weeks to play,
Yep.
and Tech already has their guy.
It's
crazy.
amazing. We win.
It is
Penn
hard to
State
believe.
Win.
may have made
Yep.
the biggest reactionary
Yep.
mistake decision they've
Yep.
ever made.
Yes, that's very true.
Because now they can't even get anyone they want.
Yep.
A lot of these coaches are signing extensions. Any coach that seems to be named for Penn State,
Indiana, they were
Indiana.
like, oh, no, we're not doing that.
No. And they're going to have a hard time finding a guy they really want, and it's going to backfire on them, I think.
Unless they open up the checkbook and carte blanche,
Yeah.
this could have been a big mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
It definitely. We're going to be in a year. We're going to be like, oh man, Penn State's going to be in a great place, or more than likely a place.
Is this
kinda
next
like,
coach going to have 7 top 20s?
Probably not.
5 top 10s? Is
Probably
he going to
not.
win, the bowl game situation? Is he going to get to the playoff every year? Is he going to get to the national semifinal every year, win 2 playoff games?
They're gonna they would have to like convince someone like Nick Saban to come out of retirement and be like, can you come coach our team? Which
They-
I don't
they
think he
need
would,
to-
do that. He would not do that, but that's like
Yeah.
No, yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
but
they-
they
yes.
need a name. They need a name.
they need a good
And
name.
the delusion of the fan base
Yep.
that they haven't won a national title since 1986.
Yep.
That was before the internet.
It's crazy.
CDs were new.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech got a great coach. First of all, you're talking about the 757 and recruiting stuff. I've seen a lot of kids locally and then all over just saying how, I've spoke with coach, the typical post. I've spoke with Coach Frank and I've been thankful to be blessed scholarship offered by Virginia Tech.
I wonder what his philosophy is going to be. Is it going to be going after the high school kids, or is it just
Right.
like digging into that? Give me the kids that are ready to play now.
I need a little bit of both.
Yeah, we need both.
I need
You
both.
gotta have both.
I need both. My biggest thing is I want a good quarterback, like one that has experience and like
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
wants to
one
win.
playing right down the road that I think is prime for the
yeah,
picking.
he's pretty good.
Yeah. Who is Virginia Tech's last really solid, consistent quarterback? The guy that played tight end in the NFL. He changed his position. Logan.
Logan Thomas.
Was he all right?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
all right.
Logan was good.
He made a BCS bowl game. Or
Logan
something.
Thomas was a good
Logan
quarterback.
was a good quarterback for y'all for like 3 years.
I didn't say he was Michael Vick great or Brian
Tyrod
Grant.
before that.
Tyrod was great.
Tyrod was great.
Tyrod
college
was
quarterback.
ACC Player of the Year.
Yeah, you can't get much better than
What?
that.
You don't like Tyrod?
No,
I like Tyrod.
She's talking about Logan.
Logan.
But okay, besides
Are
that,
these personal run-ins that you had with Logan, or because that would have been right around the same time, right?
Logan Thomas kind of reminds me of Daniel Jones. Like great build, like he has the look, but not good.
well, he
And I
converted
know
to tight
Daniel
end for a
Jones
reason.
is looking decent right now with
Yeah.
the Colts, but we'll see when they get to the playoffs.
Were you
what
there
happens with that,
when Logan was there? Were you a
Yeah.
student? Okay, so that's why.
yeah.
He was around. Yeah,
I like Gerard. What was his last name? I can't remember his name right now.
Rod Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. We only had him for a second because
Yeah.
he was a transfer.
Michigan transfer, I think, or
Maybe.
something.
Something like that.
But that's a good transfer. Like if you can find one like that's like, okay, like he can play already at this level. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Brewer wasn't terrible. Michael Brewer, he wasn't
I remember
terrible.
he wasn't terrible.
That was another transfer. But
when I think of the top ones, I think obviously Michael Vick. I think of Tyrod Taylor. I think of Brian Randall.
okay. Or how about, are there any good ones at one of these 8 open schools who are about to have a new head coach that would transfer? I'm serious.
I don't know.
Like at LSU or Florida.
Well, who did
Jeff?
Who would
Look up
who would
the Ole Miss quarterback? So you know the Ole Miss quarterback situation, right?
who committed to Penn State at quarterback
right now?
before
I don't
he
know.
got fired?
I'm not sure.
All those guys are going to come to Blacksburg.
Or one of those
go to Ole
8
Miss
people,
quarterback
of like
depth
the
chart
8
or
schools that are open. They might be like, okay, I want to go somewhere else because my head coach is gone.
Yeah, but then maybe the quarterback is the reason the head coach is gone. They're no good.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah, or the other one. I can't
God.
remember which. Ole Miss has a weird quarterback situation going on right now. The kid that is their starter.
And there's Austin Simmons as well.
He went to Ferris State and he won a D2 national championship at Ferris State. He's the starter for Lane Kiffin. But the starter going into the season was actually this other guy who was like a 2-way baseball playing stud. And so but now he's on the bench. So like he's going to be the marquee name in the transfer portal that people are going after. He's a lefty.
Virginia Tech does have a decent baseball program if he wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, that's just a random name. And there's these guys, these coaches are so plugged in. They know what kid wants to go where and what it looks like, and all the kids in the portal. And I think a good program nowadays is built on high school and portal. I don't know if you want to call it 60-40. I don't know if you call it 50-50. But you got to have a pipeline of high school kids coming in
For sure.
and then but you want to
For
go
sure.
after some guys that are ready to play.
Maybe we'll catch someone like the Alabama situation. Remember when they had like 3 great ones between Tua and Jalen
And Mac Jones.
Outside of him,
He was good.
Okay,
He won a national championship for him. He just
with 5-star everything
Of course,
around him,
yeah.
and now you see what is he like in the NFL.
He's doing great in San
fine.
Francisco. He's doing
He's
fine.
okay.
He won like 3-4 games.
I think everyone just thinks he's doing great because of what he looked like with the Patriots. That everyone's like,
Yeah.
okay, he looks great.
You long-
but to compare
You
it to,
long-suffering Patriots fans.
yes,
we
but
gotta
maybe
take a
there's
break.
situation
Yeah.
like the Bama situation where we can catch Jalen Hurts in the transfer portal.
That is possible.
You
could get him. You never know. All right, we're going to take a break on Sportswrap Overtime. Tamara's going to go back to her desk, and be right back. We're sponsored by
Bye, Tamara.
HII.
Thanks for joining us.
All right, we're back on Sportswrap Overtime. We're brought to you by HII, built in America for America. We just talked all things James Franklin going to Virginia Tech and the ripple effect that will create in college football. Moving elsewhere to college football, Old Dominion with a huge 33-0 win over Troy last Thursday night to go to 7-3, 4-2 in the Sun Belt. That's 3 straight wins now. And man, the defense showed out in a big way, in a huge way. 9 sacks, setting a single game program record.
That was dominating.
Dominating defense. The total yards they allowed, 138, was also the lowest they've ever allowed in program history.
Was it how many? They allowed
138 total.
26 rushing yards.
26 rushing yards.
Let's roll the tape of some of this defense here.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
impressive. Of the 9 sacks. I mean, it was just target practice for the Old Dominion defensive line.
Yep.
I mean, just at will there. This was on one possession right here. There's another sack that's kind of come up to force a punt here. Look at that.
Seth.
This Crowder guy just absolutely getting wrecked.
And I would say no one really expected that. I mean, nobody knew it. Troy was 6-3 coming in. They had the same record.
Yeah, but reading between the lines, one of the worst offensive lines in the country.
Oh, so everybody knew it was a bad offensive line.
They were
coming
kind of salivating going in, knowing
Got
that
it.
this could
That's
be
right.
a problem.
I did hear that at the press
Yeah.
conference the previous week. That's
And ODU was just flying around, controlling the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
which is how you win games. And it was a dominating performance. Absolutely annihilation.
Yeah,
I mean, look
that's
at
crazy.
this. They're just
That's
coming
crazy.
after
3
him.
guys in his lap immediately.
And immediately. That's the thing, how quick they get there. And ODU, remember when they went to that stretch where they're turning the ball over all the time?
Yeah, stop.
Well, they're not turning the ball over. Look at that body slam there.
Yeah, Mario Easterly.
They don't turn the ball over like they had been. They
That was a
forced
big
2
point, yeah.
and didn't surrender any.
Yeah,
So,
that was a
like,
big talking point at the press conference yesterday. The turnovers, cleaning it up. And I was going to say, oh yeah, Chris Trinidad, by the way, number 43, Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah,
Obviously,
2 sacks,
2 sacks. I think 5 tackles, 2
Yeah.
tackles for loss,
and
2 forced fumbles. I think he forced 2 forced fumbles. That's what they credited him with.
Kind of outgained Troy 503 yards to 138. Now if we can roll the offensive portion of the video here, it was a field day on the ground.
Yes,
for Old Dominion. It was
Evan Roche
pretty wild there.
Leading Colton Joseph had 90 rush yards. Devin Roche, what did he end up with? 145
there that guy right there.
Yeah.
Is that
not Kevin Decker, but the guy whose
Colton.
face he was slapping
Yeah.
or helmet he was slapping, Colton Joseph. Just another great game. There's Devin Roche. He had what did we say?
145.
149.1 average.
1 touchdown, I think.
Traquan Jones.
Traquan Jones almost had 100 yards.
96 yards, 10.7.
That would have been a great if Traquan would have got 100 yards. I wonder the last time ODU had 2 100-yard rushers in a game.
Well, they
That
almost
would be a
had
great
3
stat.
because Colton had 90.
And that probably never happens.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you never know, but like
And Ja'Cory Thomas there. Okay, now here's the problem. I know we just kind of want to worry about this year and what's left to play for. They have 7 wins. They could have a 10-win season.
Yes.
You know, they're not going to go to the conference championship game. James Madison has won the Sun Belt East. So they will be the representatives in the Sun Belt East. We're not quite sure about the West. Troy was the West team that Old Dominion dominated here.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still in the running for that. Probably going to be Southern
Miss.
But look, that was a big
Marshall's
play.
still in contention.
So Colton,
Oh, yeah.
they wanted the late hit there. This was a very look at guys.
I never saw the
flopping.
guy flop.
Yeah, Colton flops.
Yeah.
It was a very chippy game. It was a very hard-hitting game. There's a lot of tempers flaring after the game. Ricky Ronnie cleared the field to get the players off the field because it was getting very contentious out there.
Yeah.
There's Joseph again. Look at this, man.
We didn't pull any soundbite from the press conference, right?
No.
Okay, just making sure. I was just gonna. There we go. The five was at the center. A lot of this chippiness.
Yeah, he
a lot of
was.
time. He was on the sideline right there for that one.
5 here?
I don't know who that is.
I'm going to look him up.
Yeah, 5 for number Troy.
He was
Kalino Levine.
Where's he from?
I'm going to check.
Is he not like from Virginia or something? Is he?
he was an instigator for sure.
He
That's a
is
good shot.
from
That's a good shot.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, okay, just random. But
You just
no,
said
at the press conference, basically, the guys were just talking about, you know, they're clicking right now, they're feeling good. I asked Colton to talk about his threat to run, and if I watched the Sunday night game, the Eagles and the who did the Eagles beat on Sunday night? I don't even remember. Anyway, during that game, they were talking about Jalen Hurts' running ability. He's not really running the ball, and it basically, as a defense, you get to play 11 on 10. So I was asking Colton, I said, knowing that you can design it or you can run it, you know, off script, it makes the defense play 11 on 11, basically. And Ricky was saying, like, yeah, it's just you use that one extra guy makes a huge difference for us offensively based on what we can call and what the defense has to cover. You know what I'm saying? They almost have you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. And that's a big part, a big part of it.
It's and with success comes the spoils, and there is a target on Colton Joseph. There's a target on Ja'Cory Thomas. There's a target on all of these players that are performing at a high level that they're going to get offers from bigger schools to pay them a lot of money.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some turnover.
As always, that's what it is. That's the world we're living
There wasn't much this past year.
That is true. They did a good job of that this past year.
But with the success, with a 9 potential 10-win season, you know, you're going to see a lot of guys getting a lot of looks.
With a Power 4 coach on the sideline watching the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
It did kind of.
Yeah, James Franklin's going like, wow, that quarterback. You know what?
Yeah.
He looked pretty good and maroon and orange.
It's so crazy to think too. Imagine would that do anything to Ricky and James Franklin relationship if like Colton's like, I'm going to Virginia Tech, coach, like your boy recruited me, or would Ricky just be like, okay, like that's a weird dynamic.
Yes, it is. It's extremely weird.
Well, I feel like the coaches have to like know by now, right? They have to understand it's the world they live in.
Yeah, but it'd almost be a little personal if you steal the quarterback from your.
It might be.
school.
They might not be having as many conversations during the season as they normally would. I'm sure that would be the case.
You know, and I don't fault any kid, man. If you get an offer and you get a chance to go make some money, hey, go make it. And you hope it all works out. You know, so this is like you said, this is the spoils. The top programs, Alabama dealt with this for years. Nick Saban was changing coordinators, and his players were coming to him, obviously, but like changing coaching staff and guys leave for head jobs, and you got to keep on winning. You got to keep figuring it out. The best of the best will do that. So, but yeah, like Colton, like you said, Ja'Cory, those are some big names. And if you keep winning, they got 2 more games left to go. Georgia Southern, Georgia State. They're going to Jonesboro this weekend. Statesboro. Sorry, I say Jonesboro. Statesboro, and should be a good game down there.
It's good. By all accounts, I understand it's a very good atmosphere down there.
They were complimentary of the atmosphere yesterday at the press conference.
It's a college town.
Definitely college town. 45 minutes away from Savannah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's like a little mini, like, I don't want to call it a hub, but you know what I mean? A little more of a true city compared to the college there. So, but they're coming off a win against Coastal, 45-40.
Yeah.
They put up like 600 plus total yards of offense.
They're 5-5. Oh, so they're 5-5, 3-3 in league play. So
They got 2 games to win one.
they're playing for a bowl game. Clay Helton,
Correct.
the former USC coach.
Yep.
Old Dominion favored by 11.5 on the road.
Wow.
Vegas loves ODU this year.
Right. Yeah. I guess I don't know.
And
They
they've
just-
covered the last couple of games.
Have they?
They were not covering a few of those games.
Yeah, the turnover thing too. Has it been 0 turnovers in the last 3 games?
Did they have any
Jeff,
against
look-
Monroe?
Go to the last 3 games and go to the team stats for the last 3 games.
Sure.
Because if that's the case, I mean, that's the tail of the tape right there for this team. No turnovers, and your defense is playing lights out. Like,
How in the world did that happen in those 2 games against Marshall and JMU?
it came up in the press conference yesterday again too. It's like
With Marshall, it was okay. So they have the pick 6.
2 muff punts.
They have 2 muff punts.
Yeah.
And they have 2 4th and goals where they
Stopped.
don't convert.
Yeah, bad day that day. Was.
And then Gay, I think, yeah. So it was just one of those deals,
Weird
man.
day.
Where and the JMU the first half was great, and then
man, yeah, that was a weird deal.
Yep, nope.
It almost felt like they didn't. They're just a different team, and it's unfortunate because it's like, man, what could have been in a way, but it's still a good season for Old Dominion. They're still fun to watch, like you said. I mean, being able to end the year 9-3. I mean, I don't know how I get confused with all the bowl game committees and selections at this point. Like, where does that put you at 9-3? That's better. We were in Myrtle 2 years ago and they were 6-6.
I don't know that it matters.
It doesn't? Okay.
No, because think about all the times that you've seen where Boise State, all right,
Yeah.
for example, it's like Boise State's in contention
Yeah.
for the Fiesta Bowl.
Right.
And then they lose to Nevada.
They drop them down to the
And then they're
Alamo or whatever.
Yeah, and then they're playing in like the most bogus bowl game in the world. So I don't think.
true.
I think when it comes down to the level that Old Dominion's at,
Yeah.
I think they're probably looking out for Old
Regionally.
Dominion in a way
in a regional,
Yeah, 'cause-
more regionally.
Yeah.
They're not going to send them to San Diego.
you wouldn't think.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
the one I've been hearing, seeing a lot is the Cure Bowl in Orlando.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Myrtle Beach has been popping up a lot.
Charlotte still doing that famous Story Bowl? What's the deal?
No, that was the Bahamas Bowl
Oh, it was. That's right.
interim.
Because of the hurricane that came through.
To
the
answer your
Bahamas.
question, Louisiana did have a fumble.
Okay, got it.
Monroe.
They lost a fumble.
Yeah, ULM.
Yeah,
Right,
ULM.
right. Got it.
Not
Okay.
the Rich Cage.
Cool. So 1 turnover in 3 games. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So and Boca, it's a possibility.
Right. Yeah. I think people would go to Boca.
Look, could drive to is Orlando a drive?
You can
It could be, right?
drive it, but I'd rather fly that.
I mean,
that's about
12
11
hours.
hours.
I've driven to
not bad.
Daytona several times.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
It's probably
that's probably like 10 hours for Daytona.
probably about 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
mind.
10 hours to Daytona from here.
Just drink a lot of coffee.
Orlando's just kind of more in the middle of the state.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not ideal, but if you're gonna go cover a game, then it's like you got to pack. You'd rather pack in our situation. You'd rather pack the gear in the car
Yes.
than have to get on a plane. It's just
Sure.
the gear and the laptop and the camera and the tripods, man. Oh, it's just drive.
Yeah, I'd rather drive.
Drive. You know.
So Old Dominion, I was at that game on Thursday night. Craig, you were at the Norfolk State game on Saturday against Morgan State.
I was. Yep.
35-28. Norfolk State loses again.
Good
They're 1-10,
first half.
9 losses in a row, 0-4 in the MEAC.
Tough.
They need to win on Saturday against Howard to, I don't know, end the season on some sort of positivity.
They cannot stop shooting themselves in the foot. That is the story of the season. Like the level of consistency of shooting themselves in the foot is like honestly impressive at this point. They've had some games where they had like 15 penalties. This game they only had 9 penalties. Kevon King, I think he rushed
look
for
at that
career
run.
high. That's an 80-yard touchdown run. I think he ended up going for 180 plus on the day. So I think he definitely had a career day from Oscar Smith. But yeah, they kept shooting themselves in the foot. I don't have it here because I stopped shooting the play, and this goes to show you. Sometimes we all get confused with the rules. Now, the players and the coaches need to be on the same page. Just before the half, one of the most unique plays, Norfolk State is kicking a field goal as time expires just for the half to try to get on the board and I think make it, I don't remember what the score would have been, whatever. I think 17-14 or something. The kick is blocked by Morgan here, right? Kick is blocked, goes beyond the line of scrimmage, okay? Morgan picks it up. And everybody, including me, I stopped shooting. Because when he picked up the ball, I'm thinking it's a dead ball, right? Well, the kid runs it back for a touchdown. Everybody on Norfolk State is watching this kid run it, and everybody on the sidelines confused, like, isn't that a dead ball? Isn't that a dead
Did
ball?
it not pass the line of scrimmage?
No, it went past the line of scrimmage. That's why everyone was confused. Blocked, past the line of scrimmage. Morgan picks it up and runs it. Here's, I guess, what I had heard on the sideline, and I've yet to do my research to clarify this. At some point a few years ago, they changed the rule in college where that's no longer a dead ball. It's a live ball. It's definitely a dead ball in the NFL. That is a real thing. But in college, apparently it's a live ball. Kid runs it back. Morgan goes up 21-20 at halftime and then ends up winning the game in the second half. But it was weird. It was weird. Everyone was confused. I stopped shooting because I thought the play was over. And the rest were laughing at us on the sideline. Us guys with cameras like, what the heck was that? And they're like, that's the rule. They changed it a few years ago.
At the Hampton William & Mary game, there was a play where the two players for William & Mary and Hampton, their helmets got stuck.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks like they're kissing.
Yeah,
almost,
right. Yeah, the helmet's stuck. Yeah.
And they're on the ground, and they're like, they can't get they can't separate it. So
You got to take the helmet off.
they had to take the helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
One of the referees made the player sit out. Their headsets must have been off or something because another referee was going, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they were stuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to sit out.
Yeah, the helmet didn't come
So they
off.
were the referees were arguing with each other about the play when the one, and I think the one linesman was right that
You shouldn't have to go out.
he should not have had to go out of the game, and he was getting mad because like, don't make him go out of the game because he didn't have to because
There's no way
the helmets were stuck.
Yeah, they were stuck. You had to take it off to get it off.
There was no,
to get them separated.
He didn't take it off in the play.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway, Norfolk State, it's been a tough season.
Tough season. 35-28
They're staring at 1-11 if they don't win on
Saturday
against Howard. William & Mary.
Yep.
Been on a little roll lately. They beat. We should have some video of their game against Hampton.
No,
There he is,
all
Mike.
three of us up. There we go.
Mike
14-0.
London.
Hampton jumped out of that 14-0 lead, man.
I know, man.
Looked like they were going to do something special.
And then it was 55 unanswered points by William and Mary.
Oh, my gosh.
And they were really just scoring at will. It was
55 unanswered.
Hampton is having a tough go, man.
Yeah.
Been a tough season for the Pirates.
Man, 3 years in the CAA now. They had that one random year in the Big South or 2 years, and then it's kind of tough. You know, William and Mary, I mean, what, 7-4, 6-2, a little bit of resurgence for them.
Yeah, they're having a good season. They've had some wild
season.
wins. Special teams has been really interesting for them this year. A lot of block punts.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun when like William and Mary is in the FCS playoffs, man. It's fun. Since I've been here, they've been into the playoffs, I think at least twice. And it's cool. Like, winning 9 games, going to the playoffs. I think one year they hosted a playoff game a couple years ago.
And then I think they had to play like
Montana or
they had to
something.
play one of those schools. They were like, oh no,
Montana State.
on the road.
Quarters, national.
You remember that was frigid temperatures.
That was on ESPN, I think.
That was probably going to be tough.
Yeah. No, it's tough. I just think. Hampton's tough. Norfolk State's tough right now. William Mary's fun, but they're not going to be a playoff team.
Shout out to CNU, man.
Yeah, we got to talk about CNU. Real quick.
They're 10-0 first round bye in the Division III football tournament. Paul Crowley done a great job, undefeated. Got to get that defense shored up.
Yeah,
giving up 42 points in back-to-back games.
They got a bye week to figure it out.
They will play the winner of Susquehanna Washington Jefferson winner on November 29th.
Locked into that game, baby. Locked in.
In.
Let's take one break and we're coming back with odds and ends on Sportswrap Overtime. All right, we're back on Sportswrap Overtime. We got about 7 minutes here. The Washington Commanders did lose the Miami Dolphins over in Madrid, Spain.
You know what the best play of that game was?
What's that?
When Marcus Mariota avoided that safety.
Yes.
That was the best play of the game.
Okay.
Play of the game.
Play it again.
That game stunk.
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever that has to say.
Dude, we got to stop sending our worst teams to overseas. They're never going to like football if they keep.
No, there's been good games over there this year.
Very waste of my valuable time.
Early on in the international games, it was bad. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, beautiful.
Season's over.
Yeah, 3-8 on the year. Everybody's hurt. We know what it is by now. It's just ugly game to watch. Tough. I don't even need to go over some of these box scores. But
he got cut.
Yeah, Gay got cut.
Gay got cut. They left him in Madrid. I heard that was the report.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
Hey man, do you want to stay on vacation? Because you don't need to come back to work.
That's what maybe you should do. Maybe you should inspire people to make kicks. So overall, Commanders are pretty much cooked. It's all about draft positioning now and what veterans you're getting rid of in the
Bye week
draft. Yeah,
I think is Tyrod getting the start.
Tyrod's starting for the Jets.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know who they play, but he's locked in for the start.
They
The
got
I don't know who they play. The Jamar Chase, Jalen Ramsey stuff is wild.
Ravens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
They got
like it's the
Ravens.
team that drafted him.
There you go. Yeah, Super Bowl champ with the Ravens. How about that? Rookie 2012 Tyrod.
Was able to watch some college football
Yep.
on Saturday thanks to YouTube TV being back.
The dispute was over
The
on
ESPN
late Friday
being
night.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
late
about
Friday
that?
night about 8:30.
Was it
came
about
out.
a 2-week dispute for you guys?
I think
Yep.
it was like 3.
Yep.
I think it was like
Oh,
3.
wow.
Definitely missed 2 college football weekends.
For sure.
Ugh.
For sure. Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was nice to get it back. I cashed in my $20 credit. And then I got a text from a buddy and who said, as part of the new YouTube TV deal, we get access to ESPN Unlimited, which we had complained about
At some point.
at some point. Right. Yeah, at some, but we had complained about, the $30 for the app per month. And I was like, I'm not paying it. I'm not going to do it. But now I guess at some point we get it for free.
Yeah, it'll just be included in the subscription.
Correct,
And there's talk of them offering some different sports tiers and different packages and things like that, and a sports only tier that might be a little cheaper, but you won't get a lot of the news channels and things like that. So
That'd be interesting.
they are trying some different things. I mean, this is a platform that when we started, Craig, when we got it, it was $35 a month, and now it's
Great. It was so
$80
great.
a month.
I loved it, man. I'm loyal to YouTube TV. I know there's a bunch of stuff out there. I like the interface. I like the way it looks. I like the unlimited library
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
I can record movies and I can go back and watch movies. I can watch all my shows. I like it. But I'm sure if I transferred over to something, I might figure it out. But I'm just comfortable with
But
it.
every football game, it records every college football game, every NFL game.
Oh, it records it?
I just set it to record every
You set
game.
it to record.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't set it to record. I record Commanders games.
So if any game I go to, it's automatically I can rewind.
Yeah,
it.
correct. I do
Even
that
if
for
I
the
wasn't
Commanders.
watching it before, which is kind of cool.
I think I do that for like Commanders and then like Oregon games, like if Oregon pops.
But the things I'm reading, they said that they're promising the ESPN Unlimited by the end of 2026.
Okay.
But
Got
I
it.
think it's it'll be before that. That's just their way of saying
Taking a while.
give us time to integrate all the interfaces, and they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, so I mean, eventually when that happens, I guess I'll cancel my ESPN Plus at some point because ESPN Unlimited is everything.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what. According to my buddy that texted me today, he's like, you can get rid of ESPN Plus
Well,
now.
it sounds like they're going to phase out ESPN Plus anyway because Hulu,
it's
Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus are all in one bundle. But
Correct.
Hulu's going away, from what I understand. So,
Really? Oh, I missed
yeah,
that.
because they're all under the same umbrella. Why
Yeah,
would you have
right.
3 different streaming services? And you can just only have one.
Isn't Hulu like its own? Like, don't they do like original shows on Hulu?
Oh
though?
yeah,
Why
yeah.
would they get rid of that?
They'll just move to Disney Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. Yeah, man, it's the world of streaming. How much that's changed. I mean, this is funny.
It used to be awesome.
We got a couple minutes here. I remember the first time I ever watched Netflix. You guys, I was living in Los Angeles, California. It was 2015. I'm sorry, I take it back. It was I was living in Springfield, Oregon. I just moved into my very first solo apartment, Springfield, Oregon. My rent was like $600 a month.
I had the Netflix subscription with the DVDs.
I never had that.
Yeah, I had that.
You had the very original. I had my streaming. I had it set up at my place, and I watched the very first show I ever watched on Netflix, Friday Night Lights.
Nice.
The NBC original from years prior, and I watched all of Friday Night Lights on Netflix. That was my first ever. That was 2014 in Springfield,
Yeah,
Oregon.
I can't tell you the first thing I ever watched on Netflix or streaming, but I will tell you streaming for what it was back 10 years ago. It was for archives. It was for shows that were already, done and
Correct.
and movies and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it was awesome because you didn't have to go out and buy DVDs anymore.
Yeah, right. That changed the game. It did change the game.
And now there's just so much original content through these streaming services that they're not forced to raise the price, but they raise the price because they have to pay for all these actors, all these productions.
But for the super nerds like me, it is not a replacement for the DVDs because the DVDs had the bonus discs with the director commentary and all the behind the scenes stuff, which that's gone.
Yeah, no, it is. It's mostly gone. I did watch a show on Netflix. I watched Squid Game. I was very popular for Squid Game, and they did have a whole extra episode, basically a director's edition, stuff like that. So they do it on certain shows, but not every show.
Yeah, not every show. Yeah.
No. So, all right, that's all we got for Sports Wrap Overtime. For Jeff Steiner and Brian Parsons, I'm Craig Loper signing off. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Have a good one.